Hi, my name is Joseph Clough, best-selling author of Be Your Potential. Now, in this video today, I'm going to give you tips to be able to be a powerful speaker. I know this from personal experience, so whether you're an actor or you want more, if you experience stage fright and you want to feel more confident, it could be in meetings, it could be in public speaking, literally anything where you're in front of people and you've been feeling a bit of pressure, some stage fright, some fear and some anxiety. I'm going to give you the instant tips to be able to help you be powerful, to have presence in how you communicate effectively. I know this from personal experience because as a child, all the way up from my teenage years, I used to be so self-conscious and so anxious, speaking to anyone almost. In the small groups, always anxious. In meetings, always anxious. I used to blush all the time, and I know exactly how to get over it because now I speak in front of 500 or so people. So I know how to let go of this. And it's going to be pretty simple. I'm not going to say it's a miracle. However, if you apply these tips, you'll be able to change how you perform, how you begin to feel powerful and have presence in who you are. One of the first ideas I want to get across to you is that when people have fears of public speaking, they feel very associated. They feel as if everyone's looking at them and you almost get into tunnel vision. I know I personally experience that, and it's a very common theme when it comes to public speaking. We feel as if everyone's energy is just zoned in on us and we just feel paralyzed by that. Now you see what we have to do is break outside of that because we're in a very associated experience. By the nature of looking through our own eyes when we think of public speaking, it causes our body to really feel anxiety because the brain and the body thinks it's happening. So when you think of public speaking, you think of that interview, you think of acting, you might get some anxiety there. If you think about performance, you're looking through your own eyes and you're feeling that energy. So what you have to do is this. You need to break outside of it. Over the years, when I've noticed fears and phobias, people are very associated as well. Like driving phobias, they're looking through their own eyes and they're literally seeing the steering wheel so close they can't look over. Now, if I had that association of being totally associated in a memory with that anxiety, I would not want to drive. I wouldn't want to do public speaking. So what we have to do is teach our mind a new strategy. This strategy is stepping outside and seeing yourself in that movie, in that picture, doing what you'd like to do. If it's an interview, you see yourself in the interview, performing the way that you want to. So we're dissociated from that experience. The nature of being dissociated, in other words, seeing yourself in that movie clip or in that photo, causes the brain and the body to have no feeling there because you're not in it. Only when we're in it, we feel the emotion. So stepping out and seeing yourself the way you'd like to perform in an interview, when driving, when performing, when acting, whatever it is, will cause your brain to let go of that negative feeling. And now, the key is that you see yourself how you would like to be. This is pre-teaching your unconscious mind not only to not have the negative feelings, but also the strategy of performing the way that you want it. You see, when the body does this in the mind, when you do this in your mind, the body reacts differently. It becomes a new way of being. It thinks this is the strategy. So see yourself the way that you want to act, the way that you want to perform, the way you want to do public speaking, the way that you want to be in an interview, whatever situation. If you're feeling anxiety or fear, step outside of it and see yourself the way that you want to be. If you do this a number of times, it will become a new habit. It'll become a new strategy for ultimately your mind and body to do this by itself. It will become second nature, like walking. It just takes a few tries, a few times of doing this to get that in your system. Then what you can do is, when you think about these past events, which maybe you've had that stage fright or that bad interview or that audition and it didn't go very well, you ask yourself, as you dissociate as well the past, like that past negative memory, you ask, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this that once learned, the very nature of that learning will allow me to be better in the future? Because there is no failure, just feedback. So just, if we learn from it, you're getting your body to upgrade its safety mechanism. You see, anxiety is something which is there to try to protect us. It's trying to think what might happen, what could go wrong. So knowing that the intention of anxiety is positive, we need to pre-teach our unconscious mind to learn from the past. If we learn from it, it doesn't need to give us that fear and anxiety. We'll still have anticipation, which keeps us motivated and driven, because we don't want to be lazy when we're doing public speaking or acting. We need to be able to have that motivation and anticipation there. But if we ask for the learnings, it will let go of the negative emotions of fear and anxiety, because that means your body is satisfied that you've got things covered. That means you got all angles covered by learning from the past. That is a great way of public speaking. That is a great way of just pre-rehearsing your next audition. It just causes your mind and body to be in sync with your desires. Now, one final tip. You have to, and I stress this, you have to assume the feeling of success before you've even gone there, before you've even gone for that interview, before you've even done that audition. When you assume the feeling of having achieved that audition or interview, you cause your body to think that's the way it's going to be. So assume the feeling of having achieved your goal, and then you can act upon it with conviction. You can put all your energy into it, and that'll allow you to go through all these interviews and auditions in the most effective way because you're aligned to it. Not only are you dissociated of negative feelings, not only are you pre-teaching your unconscious mind that this is how you want to be, as well as learning from the past, you're assuming that feeling of achieved it. That means you're telling your body this is what's going to happen. It's actually like this neuroassociation creating these feelings and resources. These feelings will be there with you on that interview, in that audition, whatever situation. That means you get the inner freedom. So I hope you've enjoyed that. My name's Joseph Clough. If you like this video, go ahead, like or comment. And if you're listening to this, my free hypnosis app on the iPhone, Android, and so on, go ahead and leave me a review if you're getting value from my work. Many thanks and goodbye.